Hello friends, welcome back. Today I'm doing another Get Ready With Me, and in my last Get Ready With Me, you guys were loving the fall themed makeup look, so I wanted to do another fall makeup look today. And the palette that I wanted to focus on is the Rimmel Magnif'eyes Spice Edition eyeshadow palettes. My lid has completely broken off from this. I've had this palette for such a long time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and prime with my Milani eyeshadow primer. First, I'm gonna go in with this shade here in the palette, and I'm gonna lightly apply this to the crease. It's a pretty intense, if I could say that, shade. So I'm gonna focus it in the outer V first, just because that's like where I want it to be the darkest. And then I'm gonna take whatever's left and blend it in towards this way. But I think this palette is absolutely perfect for fall. I mean, I love using this palette year round just because my color season in seasonal color analysis is a deep autumn. Then in the outer V, I'm going to grab this shade, and I'm just using the Sigma E25 blending, and I'm going to pat this right out here first. And then I'm going to take it up into the crease and then blend with little circular motions. So then I'm just going back with the blending brush that I used, nothing added to it, and I'm just gonna blend around the edge of that darker color here in the outer V, just to blend out any harsh edges. And I want like that burnt orange color to just kind of glow out from around that darker color. And with this palette, you've got several like shimmery colors that you could use on the lid, but I'm gonna go in with this lightest brownish color here. And I'm just gonna apply that shade all over the eyelid. And on the opposite side of the brush here, I'm gonna get some of that dark purple color that I used in the outer V. And I'm also gonna pat that out here. So just kind of go back and forth between those two shades to just help blend right here where they meet. And then I'm taking my makeup remover wipe, and I'm just gonna clean up the edge of the eyeshadow out here. This is gonna help the eyeshadow to look more lifted. For my foundation, I'm gonna switch it up today, and I'm gonna use this E.L.F. Halo Glow Skin Tint. The shade that I'm using is for light neutral. So I'm just blending that out with my dampened Wet n Wild makeup sponge. But what are some of your go-to favorite eyeshadow palettes in the autumn, like the fall months? Let us know in the comments, and let me know if you would like for me to do a video on like my top favorite palettes for fall in my makeup collection, because I have several eyeshadow palettes that I just love using in the fall. And I know that like some of the palettes that I have are discontinued, but a lot of them are still available. And this Rimmel Magnif'eyes Spice Edition palette is one of my absolute favorites for the fall months. So the finish on this E.L.F. foundation is really glowy, as you can see on the skin. And I found that I can get a good medium to full coverage with this foundation. So it's like, even though it is a skin tint, it has really great coverage. To color correct my under eyes, I've been using the LA Colors Conceal Corrector in the shade Peach. This is such a great neutralizer if you have blue under eye circles. Like the peach just counteracts the blue, and it just helps to neutralize that color. If you struggle with dark under eye circles that are a blue undertone, I highly recommend this concealer. And I try to use just a little bit of it. I'll first apply this, blend it out, and then I'll go over top of it with like my regular flesh tone concealer. And I know it looks so crazy when you first like blend it out. And then I'm gonna go over top of that with the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer. So I just do a few dots of this here, and then I'm gonna go in with my makeup sponge to blend out the concealer. And the shade that I'm using in this E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer is in Fair Beige. I always have the shades and everything listed and linked down in the description box. So be sure to check that out if you're curious about anything. Then to set this foundation, I'm using the MCO Beauty Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder. And just like my E.L.F. flat top brush. This powder is amazing. It's such a great dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury Miracle, what is hers called? I forget what the Charlotte Tilbury one is. I'll just pop it up on screen, but this is pretty much an exact dupe to that product. I find that this MCO Beauty one just has maybe a little bit more coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I've owned the Charlotte Tilbury one before, and I don't think I'll ever purchase that one again as long as I can still get my hands on this, because this one is so good and way more affordable. And then to set my under eyes, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfiction. I'm getting some of that here on the sponge, and I'm just dabbing off the excess here on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to press that onto my under eyes. I know that L'Oreal has a couple of different shades in this, but this is the light pink one. This sets the under eyes so nicely. It just really blurs everything, keeps my concealer from creasing. I absolutely love that powder for setting the under eyes. And I'm just conditioning my lips with the Vaseline Rosy Lips. Then for my brows, I'm using the Maybelline Build-A-Brow. This is just my go-to brow product. So I'm just going to comb through my eyebrows here with the gel. So I use the gel to set my brows in place first, and then I go in with the pen. I love how the Build-A-Brow has the gel on the one side and the pen on the other. I feel like a lot of these pen brow products are just the pen. Like, I don't know if there's another company that has the gel on the other end, and I just think that that is so genius. Like, why aren't they all made like that? I don't know, but I really like how it has the gel to set the brows on the other side. Maybe there's some other companies that have their brow pens like this, but I don't know any others that do. And then I'm using the shade in Black Brown to fill in my brows. So this just creates really nice brow hair strokes. And this product will last until I take my makeup off at the end of the day. So I just think this is such an amazing brow pen. Have any of you guys used this Maybelline Build-A-Brow? Do you like it? Do you like it as much as I do? Let us know in the comments. I'm just curious, like, what your thoughts are on it, if you like it or not. And if you don't like it, like, what is your go-to favorite brow product? I think this is also like a really great brow pen if you have very sparse brows and you need to create brow hairs. It's just so good. Next, I'm going to move back to the eyes and finish them out. So I'm going to go in with a mix of these two colors, which actually I might go in with the shade first. I'm just getting that on the Sigma Pencil E30. And I forgot how pigmented that color is. I'm going to dab some of it off. And I'm just going to smudge this here on the lower lash line, just to smoke it out here. And I'm going to take some of that purple shade in this palette. Also got that on the tip of this Sigma E30. And I'm also going to smudge this, but I'm only going to take it like this far over and up, connect it to the outer V shade. And I know that the Spice palette has this shimmery white shade in the palette. It's a little more intense than what I want for this look. So I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells, my go-to for the cream highlight shade in here. And I'm going to brush this here on my brow bone and also in my inner corner. And I'm looking at my blushes here, debating on what I want to use. It's like I have the Wet n Wild Mellow Wine, which pairs really beautifully with the palette, or the Flower Beauty Flower Pots blush in Primrose, Peach Primrose, that also pairs super nicely with the palette. Both of those blushes are so, so beautiful. I think I'm just going to use the Wet n Wild Mellow Wine. This is one of my holy grail blushes. It's just so good. It's definitely like a blush that I probably use the most out of my makeup collection. I'm honestly surprised that I have not hit pan on this blush, but you really need the littlest amount of the blush because it is so pigmented. And I know this is like the old school packaging. Now they come in like the little round containers, like Naked Brown, like it comes in a container like this, but nothing beats Mellow Wine. It's so good. For my bronzer, I'm gonna break out one that I have not used in a hot minute, but this is the Revolution Makeup Bronzer in One Cool. And this one might be slightly a little too dark for me, but I'm just gonna apply a little bit of it, build it up to the intensity that I want. So I'm just applying it here at the hairline first. And I'm using this Sigma F30. Then I'm taking a little bit more of that, blending it here right below my blush. And taking whatever's left and just pat it here on my nose. And for my highlight today, I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter in Bloom Time. Just using the Real Techniques setting brush to apply that. Then I'm just taking a little bit more of this, put it here on the Cupid's bow, down my nose here, just like on the high points of my face. Okay, and for my setting spray, I'm actually going to use this L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Setting Mist. And I know it's been a minute since I've used this. This one is a little bit more matte than a lot of my other setting sprays. Like, this is a super heavy duty setting spray. If you do not want your makeup to go anywhere, I don't like to use this too much because I find it can be a little drying, but I'm just going to mist this on. But this stuff is seriously like spraying hairspray on your face. I know this is supposed to be like a dupe to the one size like setting spray that's like that. It's supposed to be like waterproof and all that, which I feel like I probably got to film all over all of my jewelry. But so if you're getting ready at home, just don't put your jewelry on until after. I just always like to wear my jewelry in my videos just because I think it's pretty for you guys to look at. And then for my mascara, like I've already started to apply it, but I'm just using the Maybelline Colossal Bubble Mascara on my upper lashes. And then on the lower, I'm gonna use the E.L.F. Lash Extender, just because that one does not smudge on me. All right, so I was looking through my lipsticks here and figuring out which one I wanted to wear, which I think I wanna do Toast of New York, the Revlon Super Lustrous. I just think, since this is more of like an orangey kind of red color, I think it would go really nicely with my dress. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this and we'll see how I feel about it. Which I wanna sharpen up the edge. It got a little wonky there. And I'm trying to figure out which lip liner. Oh, I think I wanna use Off-Roading, maybe? Is that a good one? Yeah, maybe. Okay, so I was just using the Revlon Color Stay Multi-Liner in Off-Roading. I don't know if I'm into this. It's like I almost feel like the lips are too much. Like with everything that I have going on with the necklace, the dress, the earrings, the eyes. I feel like it's a little too intense. Though I do really like the shade. I'm trying to think of what other color I would want to wear if I'm not wearing this. Okay, so let me take this one off and I'm going to try some other things. It's like, in fact, I might use Punchy, which is a good nude. Maybe this one would be good. Yeah, I'm thinking punchy today. I really like this Maybelline Vinyl Ink and Punchy. This is such a pretty nude where it's nude, but it's not like so nude that it just washes everything out. I think this is a perfect balance with everything, with the jewelry, with the dress, with the eyes. So you'll have to let me know if you liked this better or the other one I just had on, which I feel like my application was terrible with the other one. Get my little baby hairs out of the way. So I think that eyeshadow palette is just so pretty. I love just like the warm, smoky looks you can get with this palette. I just really like the way the makeup look turned out. So yeah, before I show you guys like my outfit of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and read out of my little devotional book. And I know it's been a minute since I've read out of this, and I need to clean the cover off. I feel like it's got makeup on it, but this is Blessings for the Morning and Evening by Susie Larson. Okay, so today's devotion is God is doing a new thing. This is the little picture for today. I just love her pictures in this book. I just think it's so beautiful. May God do a brand new thing in and through you. May He break every generational stronghold that keeps you from knowing and experiencing His great love for you. May He move every mountain that blocks your view of Him. May He fill every low place with pools of blessing, and may He restore everything stolen so you can have the life He intended for you from the beginning of time. Your Redeemer is strong and mighty and loves you deeply. Live joyfully today. And then today's scripture is Revelation 21, verse 5. He who was seated on the throne said, I am making everything new. Then he said, write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true. So I think that's a great reminder to know that even in times where you feel like you're kind of in a desert and things are not really seeming like anything new is happening, God is working behind the scenes. If you give your life to Him and you trust in Him, He's going to take care of you. He's going to guide your every step. So I love that. I love this devotional book because it has like a morning devotion and an evening devotion. Sometimes I'm not the greatest with reading the evening ones just because my devotional book isn't here. So sometimes I'll just read the morning and evening one in the morning, but I just love the pictures in this little book and I love her devotions, and like this can get you through like the whole year. So I love this. I'll have it linked down below if you're interested. I have like these boots with it. I mean, you could really wear any kind of shoes with this dress. You could do flats, you could do heels, like these boots here. You could do like strappy kind of sandals. So, and this dress is really nice because it's got pockets as well. So I really like that. And my jewelry today, like it has been, is just vintage pieces. So I'm going to be unable to link these, but if I can find anything similar, I will link it down below. And if I wanted to do just something different, I could also wear a hat, which I thought maybe I might wear a hat today. I have to like squat down so you guys can see everything. And oh my gosh, I worked out my legs yesterday and they are so sore. But yeah, I just think this is the cutest little fall outfit ever. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope that you guys have a great week. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Mwah.